Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, our beautiful country, and how we're going to fix both of those things together. The content that I'm going to show you today is more of the resistance to Pam Bondi because, guys, I can't get past this. This is something that is so incredibly important. We don't need to talk about something else. We need to talk about this right now when it still is in the middle of happening. The Pam Bondi nomination, with zero Republicans coming forward, even asking her any questions, this is unacceptable. It cannot be going forward this way because if it does, we've got 4 years of the Senate letting us down. This is where we hold their feet to the fire. Everything that I'm going to show you, as always, is linked in the description box below. But if you are here for that 2A, if you want to pass it to the next generation, preserve it for yourself as well, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. All right, guys, the content has been brought to you by Aura. I'm going to say a quick word from them, and then we're going to hit this. Today, I want to talk to you through our sponsor, Aura. Now, this is an identity theft solution, and I want to tell you an example that happened to me personally and my wife. Now, she bought gas like every one of us does on a daily basis and used her credit card. That number was skimmed and stolen, and we would not have known that some criminal shyster on the internet was using our individual number and money to buy incremental purchases at random places across the United States very subtly and sneakily. And that's where Aura comes in. There's a link in the description box below to get your free 2-week trial, but let me show you some of the benefits they're offering. They offer data broker opt-out. It will help remove your personal information from data brokers, and Aura will make sure that they cannot sell your information to identity thieves. It's got identity theft protection and monitors your credit file and your social security number. There's financial fraud protection. You can get alerted in minutes when your credit file has been compromised. I'm not leaving my family and those that I love vulnerable to these types of thieves, so neither do you. Go to aura.com/Langley. There's a link in the description box below and start your free 2-week trial to get in front of these shysters, and that's enough time to figure out if there's something going on with your profile. Link right in the description. All right, you beautiful bastions of freedom, let's dive into this. I've got 2 different pieces of information that I want to show you because this, as you know, happened yesterday. We did a video yesterday that was really highlighting how horrible her answers were, and it was an epic failure, and the fact that the Senate Republicans didn't do anything to assuage our concerns and our fears. It needs to be built upon further. They need to understand this message, which is why we're hitting it right now again. Check this out. Second Amendment advocates skeptical of Pam Bondi. Yeah, that'd be one way to say it. This is from thegazette.com. Second Amendment advocates are raising 11th hour concerns about post-gun control efforts pushed by Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi, President-elect Donald Trump's pick to run the Justice Department. Scoot! 11th hour concerns? No. You guys watching this know as well as I do, making this video. We covered that the day it was announced that Pam Bondi was his pick, right after Matt Gaetz fell out because of that whole thing. Yeah, Pam Bondi, the moment that it happened, myself, GOA, and a lot of other creators immediately jumped on it. 11th hour is crap. We were there at the first hour. 0 hour? I don't even care how you say it. The point is, we were there at the origin. This 11th hour crap? No. This little rewording of history doesn't work. Anyway, let's continue. Leading up to this week's 2 days of Senate Judiciary Committee confirmation hearings, questions have been raised about her past support for red flag laws and age limit on firearms. Critics have rallied behind the influential group Gun Owners of America, influential gun group, hey, that's right, they are, which has been issuing memos urging members to demand the senators press Bondi on her views of and approach to the Second Amendment, of which they did not do. You are all about wanting our support. You count on us to relay the message out there for anything that we need to push forward at the Senate level. But then all of a sudden, when it comes to asking a simple question about, hey, why did you support gun control, you all of a sudden are mum's the word. This is the problem. I said this in a short this morning. The Republican rhinos in the Senate are going to last longer than the Republican rhinos in the House. And the House always flips first. The Senate will be the last bastion of rhino life. I guarantee you I will devote every ounce of my influence, whether it's this big or this big, I don't care, to destroying the mentality of we've got to compromise even if we have to trade away our 2A rights for someone to have a win. No. This is a perfect example of no. All right, let's keep going. I got some stuff from NAGR too in a second. To be clear, GOA and most Second Amendment groups are not opposed to Bondi, in large part because Trump has assured them that he is their ally. So it's Trump's word That's what this article is saying. That GOA is fine with Pam Bondi. They're just saying they're not. She's not. They're not fine with the way they're handling this, but they're really fine because Trump said it was fine. No, that's not accurate or correct at all. I can tell you personally from multiple conversations, GOA is not happy about this nomination. They're not okay with it. Anyway, let's continue. Trump, for example, has repeatedly appeared at National Rifle Association conventions and promised his full endorsement. Okay. He also did that in his first term, and then he banned bump stocks and then said the exact phrase in a cabinet meeting on camera, take the guns first and due process later. That is a recipe for red flag laws. Pam Bondi, his attorney general, is now an advocate, has been an advocate of red flag laws, and was never even questioned on it. Guys, that's not a good combination of potential. I'm not hating on Trump, and I'm not hating on Pam Bondi, and I'm not hating on the Republicans, and I'm not hating on anything. What I'm saying is, objectively, this is an area of concern that those two propensities together in the seat of power, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I'm like Sam I am on the train with some eggs and ham. Anyway, I've got kids. Leave me alone. All right. However, they want to make sure you won't fall back into our gun control ways in office. While Bondi has done some good things for the Second Amendment, she's also taken some horrible stances on our God-given rights, a GOA letter to supporters noted. On top of praising the Parkland gun control, defending the gun ban for 18 to 20-year-olds, and upholding the unconstitutional ban on open carry, Pam Bondi was also on the wrong side of the George Zimmerman shooting of Trayvon Martin, the memo said, citing several hot-button issues. Right. The firearms-focused newsletter, The Reload, described her gun positions as complex. I'll give it to you, Firearms, The Reload. I'll give it to you. But complex is putting it lightly. Anyway, let's continue. Once in office, Trump will face several gun-related issues, starting with who he will pick to run the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, and if he will continue the agency's efforts to regulate commonly used firearm accessories, such as AR-15 pistol brace, and its scrutiny on gun shops. That's the point. That's the reason we're up in arms, is because the ATF is directly dictated by the DOJ, which is run by the Attorney General. Pam Bondi is going to be the one who is the boss of the ATF director. That's the problem. That's the point. During these hearings, senators need to grill Pam Bondi over her record on the Second Amendment and make her prove to America that she has what it takes to lead the Department of Justice at a time when the Constitution is under siege, GOA said. And what did they do? Dick. They let the Democrats run the entire narrative around gun control and gun rights and common sense. They didn't say a word and ceded the entire ground tactically to the Democrats. That is unacceptable. But let's continue. Now I'm going to go over to NAGR. These concerns are well-founded. Multiple groups, multiple people on the internet, multiple influencers, creators, whatever you want to call them, myself included, are sounding the frickin' alarm. Let's continue, though. This is from NAGR. As the former Attorney General of Florida, Bondi's record includes a series of actions the National Association for Gun Rights believes represent significant threats to the Second Amendment. Pam Bondi has a record of supporting controversial gun control measures such as red flag laws, age-based firearm purchase restrictions, and opposition to open carry legislation, said Dudley Brown, president of NAGR. Given her leadership role in shaping and defending those laws in Florida, it's important to carefully evaluate the policies she may advocate for on a national level as Attorney General. Right. And what's she going to make the ATF director do? That's the whole point. Pam Bondi's approach extends beyond just enforcing the law. She has supported measures that could significantly impact the rights of law-abiding Americans, said Brown. If confirmed, we have serious concerns about how she will interpret and uphold the Second Amendment. As part of NAG's efforts to defend gun rights, the organization has outlined key questions Bondi must answer during her confirmation hearing. Does she still support stripping gun rights from individuals who have not been charged with a crime? Does she still believe the 18-20-year-olds should be denied their full constitutional rights to bear arms? Would she direct the Department of Justice to stop defending ATF gun control regulations in court? Valid. This hearing is a chance to get to the bottom of what gun policy she may advocate for and an opportunity for her to renounce her past support for gun control, concluded Brown. Yep, it was. It could have been. It didn't. It didn't because Republicans did not have a pair of cojones to literally just ask some basic, simple questions, and they couldn't even be bothered with it. And there's some very pro-2A people on that on that hearing committee. In the words of my very good friend, He's going to remain nameless. Mama beat you. All right? That's all I'm saying. Tenemos mamabichos. All right? Good Lord. Ugh, I've gone Spanish.